Panic attacks, adrenals. As I read your comments, Ricky, I can tell that you need to work on your kidneys and adrenals like all of us. Panic attacks are always the adrenal glands. That's the autonomic nervous system. Dr. Morse, a friend of mine is having severe panic attacks. Okay, so where do severe panic attacks come from? It comes from the adrenal glands, doesn't it? Now, you have to realize we're in a society with a lot of neurotoxins, and we've talked about neurotoxins before. And there are perfumes, there are bathroom deodorizers, there are pesticides and herbicides. There's some chemist the other day we were talking, and he said there's thousands, he thought, of neurotoxins out there, and I'll concur. There's a lot of neurotoxicity out there. And with that, on top of these really weak adrenal glands, you're talking about major panic attacks, absolutely. Breathing problems, the shortness of breath. But remember that in asthma of all the COPDs, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPDs, there's a neurological problem. It isn't just mucus and congestion. That's just pneumonias. And these aren't diseases, this is just congestion in the tissues. This is the lymph system. Okay, first thing you want to do, if your blood pressure is really low, then you really want to hit the adrenal tincture and the adrenal desiccated or some type of adrenal glandular. At the same time, you want to detox the body. I'd also use the new brain and nerve formula that'll strengthen the nervous system faster. So that'll be quite a help. At the same time, detoxify yourself and make sure your parathyroid is utilizing calcium for you okay. Even though that's more depression, you want to make sure that the parathyroid is up too. This is the endocrine glands, and they control moods and everything else, and the adrenals, particularly the panic attacks. Can panic attacks kill you when they're extreme? Well, I think that you'll pass out, but I think that you'll start breathing, you know. I'll say this, if you look around your life and make sure you're not living in a house or living around an area where you're getting a lot of neurotoxins, because if you're on raw and you're not pulling out of some of these things, you're either not digging deep enough into the body, your lymph is very backed up and you need to get these herbs to help you, or you're constantly subjecting yourself to neurotoxins. And neurotoxins, I don't know, they're everything from perfumes to bathroom deodorizers to gasoline to pesticides and herbicides. I mean, there's a lot of neurotoxins. You know, new car smells and stuff, formaldehyde, some of them are very neurotoxic. And so you might have a lot of neurotoxins. So it just takes a while to clean those out. And you might have some ups and downs as these neurotoxins come out of you. I have suffered with chronic constipation all my life. I know I'm extremely toxic and acidic. I have panic attacks, insomnia, anxiety, and mood swings. So let's stop right there and look at this. All right, so what's the first clue here? These are neurological events. So she has panic attacks. Where are we going? We're going to the adrenal glands. All right, the adrenal glands controls the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system has got sympathetic, parasympathetic. Hence breathing, hence heart pumping, hence peristalsis. So she has low neurotransmitters, means low adrenal glands. She probably is either having really low blood pressure or really high blood pressure. She's having panic attacks, she probably has really low blood pressure. She has anxiety, go right back to the adrenals with this. Definitely hit my adrenals. I get my adrenals up and get more neurotransmitters up. Get my kidneys filtering because you need to drain. Work on these neurolymphatic points down the back to see if you can get some drainage going on. It'll also help trip up the kidneys to filter better and the adrenals to work better. It'll also trip up the thyroid up here on the back. That would just be a start to get on a high fruit, berry, and melon diet at least. I certainly would. Since I was 4 years old, I developed a speech impediment. At 21 years old, I started having severe panic attacks. My mother took me to a psychiatrist. Over the years, I have taken, and she lists a bunch of meds, muscle relaxers, and etc. Isn't that sad? When you guys learn what causes things, you're going to look up on this in the future and go, oh my God, how idiotic are these medical people who are using toxic pharmaceuticals instead of learning how the body works and fixing the human body. Panic attacks. Panic attacks, of course, is coming from the adrenal glands, real low blood pressures. If you think your blood pressure is high, once you fix that, you're going to have low blood pressure. This is adrenal glands, weak autonomic. Dr. Morse, can you do a video on panic attacks and high anxiety and social phobias? Thank you, Alicia. Hell, just being on this planet is a stressor. Well, honey, all I can say is that's adrenal glands, adrenal glands, adrenal glands. Get into the time with yourself. Also, make sure your parathyroid and thyroid's up. That'll give you more strength of self, and the adrenals will give you more strength of the emotions, sweetheart. And going that way. Get away from any neurotoxicity you might be around, because neurotoxicity will cause just what you're saying. It suppresses. Anytime I suppress your nervous system, you'll go into can't take a deep breath or shortness of breath and anxieties. And so you want to look at that. Either you have a lot of neurotoxicity or you're with some weakness of adrenals. And of course that corresponds to the autonomic nervous system and your emotions. And that's where most of us have the problem, is the autonomic. But remember, there's over 2,000 neurotoxins on the planet right now, so whatever.